And I have to say right off the bat about this place, Fleming's, that in my opinion makes it different than almost any restaurant.
Along with one single course, so it's nice.
Now, Carl Stanton here is a steak man going way back in this area too. We won't mention the other restaurants, but one top restaurants, right? He was the man there. Were you a kid when you started fooling around with food?
Pretty much when I was young. I used to like helping my mother out in the kitchen, and you know, there came a point where I kind of decided it's like there'll always be a job there, or do I want to play pro football? So, well.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. Right.
So here I am.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you are.
Start off with a nice summertime dish. One of the items that we do is a chopped salad, and it has a lot of ingredients to it where it can kind of make a meal in itself. So.
Well, you go right ahead because I love salad. I'm a salad man. I'm always amazed that people often don't care for salad.
Okay.
Go right ahead.
The salad is very nice. What we're going to do is start with a little iceberg lettuce. And being that it's a chopped salad, you know, these items are chopped very small, bite-sized pieces. They're like an inch in size.
I'm reading some of the ingredients that you gave me here in this Genoese salami, provolone cheese, green olives, hard-boiled egg, croutons, blue cheese vinaigrette, cucumbers, Roma tomatoes. Am I missing anything, Chef?
No, that's what I said. It.
Red cabbage. Yeah.
A lot of items in there. So we have the iceberg lettuce mixed with some romaine hearts, which we're going to julienne those up too. The hearts, just
enjoying what you're doing.
Okay, so like I said, we're going to add a little bit of shredded carrots to the mix with the iceberg and romaine, shredded red cabbage, shredded up nice and thin, some Spanish olives stuffed with pimentos, chopped up nice and fine. We'll add those in there.
Is that one of the things you really got to chop up the ingredients into small pieces?
Yes, chop it up all together, and then you'll see when it comes together, the pieces kind of help the salad stack up, build up nicely, so that it sits on your fork.
Okay.
And all the flavors work together, you know, very nicely. So some people may think, you know, well, I don't really like olives, but all of the flavors really blend together nicely. Have little shredded eggs right here. The Genoese salami we're talking about.
Now, if we didn't have it as the expert does it.
Okay. Then we're going to add a little blue cheese vinaigrette to it. It's a mixture of red wine vinegar, blue cheese, basil, oregano, black pepper, and we blend it up real fine. Toss all these items together so they're nice and blended. Get everything mixed in there. As you can see, it makes real nice colors too. So definitely for the summertime.
Yeah, well, any time of the year, you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that in the middle of Christmas time. It's just, I love salads. I mean, I'm a nut for salads. Do you eat salads?
All the time.
Yeah, I just am. That salad
Okay.
up front, and we'll take a picture of it.
Just topping it off with a little diced Roma tomatoes and some cucumbers right on top there.
Wonderful. Now, who wouldn't like that?
See how the colors stand out? How the salad stacks up real nice there?
Yeah. Real nice. Very nice.
That is a very wonderful dish.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you, Chef.
And Dan, you agree that wine goes with that salad? very
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll drink to that.
nicely? Very good.
So, what's coming up next, Chef?
Well, one of the other items that...
See, those two pieces of meat there look good, or fish look good.
Oh, yes.
Real nice. You cut that yourself, usually, off that 90 pounds?
Oh, yes. At
butcher?
Fleming's,
Yeah.
I do all of the butchering.
You do?
We cut all of the fish. We cut all of the steaks by hand every day. Prime grain-fed beef. So that's something that's a little different that, you know, a lot of other places do. Not a lot of them cut their own steaks, you know, on premise. And we do that.
Each day? So
Every day.
You don't cut them a week before or something like that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. It's starting to cook up there. You know, you can see starting to.
Yeah, we're
turn
watching
a
it
little
on the
bit
monitor now,
side.
right?
Okay.
And one of the things about fish, is, as you know, is knowing when it's cooked, but not overcooked.
Oh, with fish, you definitely don't want to overcook it. Then
Right.
it becomes dry. And,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's
But
not
you have
very
to cook
flavorful.
it to some degree.
Yes. Certain fish like tuna,
Yeah.
it's perfectly acceptable to cook it rare.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you eat it in sushi and all,
Exactly.
you know, rare or uncooked.
Now, these are just seasoned very lightly, very simply with coarse salt and fresh cracked black pepper. You know, that way the natural flavors are there.
Yeah, you guys, what I've discovered with you, you don't over-season anything, you know, and that, so you can taste what you're eating.
Sometimes simplicity works best.
Yeah.
That way, you know, just very lightly, you let the natural flavors of what you're eating come through. And, you know, like with the chopped salad that we did a little earlier, there are a lot of different flavor combinations in that blend together very well so that nothing really is overpowering, overbearing in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Now, what wine would be right with that? Are we drinking
Well,
the right wine?
You know, you could stay with a very nice, crisp, clean white wine, particularly with the mango salsa that's going to be finishing off this dish. But, you know, the old myths that white wine with fish or chicken
Yeah.
or red wine with steaks
Yeah.
really isn't true. In fact, I brought along tonight a wonderful Oregon Pinot Noir that would go absolutely fantastic with this dish. The Sass Vineyards.
What it is?
Well, what we're going to do is top this with a little mango salsa. It's diced mangoes, red onions, Roma tomatoes, cilantro,
What's wrong with that?
pineapple juice.
Nothing wrong with that,
Nothing wrong at all.
chef.
Just pile it on there real nicely.
I always have to ask people from restaurants like you two, the chef and the wine man and whoever else, do you ever just go home and eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
All the time, Rich. All the
Oh,
time.
I know not all the time, but you can't always eat the gourmet. What about you?
Oh,
You ever just go and get a pizza?
Are you kidding me? I have 2 small children at home.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
eating macaroni and cheese
Oh,
and,
okay,
and
okay.
peanut butter and jelly all day long.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. We've got about 8 minutes. If there's Chef Carl Stanton, and of course, you're not a sommelier, are you?
No.
No, you don't walk around with that big chain there or anything.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
No.
We,
I
we
don't
like
see
to
that
stay
too
away
much
from it.
anymore. I don't see it as much as I used to, by the way.
No,
sommelier.
you don't see that hardly anymore.
No, no.
Hardly ever anymore.
I guess I'm from the old world.
You,
But anyway, Dan Constant is there all the time, and you know, go in there and don't feel intimidated. Look at this, how pretty this looks. Look at
And
that.
then-
What are you putting on top of it?
We top our steaks with just a little bit of butter.
You don't get fancy.
Not
I like
fancy.
that. I
Little,
like that.
Little chopped parsley on top,
Yeah. Nice.
and you get steak.
Yeah. After we go off the air, I'm going to cut into this. I have to fight off the crew. I have to fight off the crew. See Jeffrey over there, he thinks he's going to get me. But I want to thank you both.
The only drawback to being a chef is that no one cooks dinner for me. You know what I mean?
That's the way it is. How are we doing on the time, folks? We ready to... Okay. Well, I want to thanks again. This is Rich Masabny for Rich's Place, and we've been having a good time here with the Flemings folks.